Welcome back to Star-Studded Corner. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Amber's dad only supporting Johnny Depp. But before we begin with today's topic, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Amber Heard is already dealing with controversy about her brief marriage to Depp, by all accounts was highly dysfunctional. Now, as Depp's libel suit heats up, other relationships of hers are also under scrutiny. Although she rarely discusses her family, it was recently reported that her father, David Clinton Heard, ran an illegal dogfighting ring that led to his incarceration. Johnny Depp's ex-wife has made headlines in the last few years for her very public divorce from her husband, and her allegations of domestic violence against the Pirates of the Caribbean actor. The accusations have led to a host of lawsuits being fought between the pair. But news about David Heard's dark and criminal past have come as a surprise. Information about Amber's father was uncovered by Paul Baresi, who was once hired by Heard's legal team to find evidence against Depp. But who exactly is Amber's father? During Depp's libel case against The Sun, the Aquaman actress had testified that Depp was far worse than her abusive dad, when Depp went on an alcoholic binge. She had also accused Depp of going on a 36-hour cocaine and alcohol binge after he suspected her of cheating on him with her ex. Amber added during her testimony that while her father was also abusive towards her mom, his actions didn't come close to Depp's abuse. "My father was violent to my mother, and they really loved each other. He, Depp, makes my dad look like a saint when he falls in off the wagon. My dad struggled with alcohol abuse issues his whole life. He's an addict and was very violent, but I love him very much," she said. David Kalaki, who owns auto repair shop Performance Allison Transmissions and once did work on then-couple's classic cars, told Ace Showbiz in 2019 that Amber's father once made death threats toward his former son-in-law. He claimed to have received many text messages and phone calls from Amber's father, Mr. David Heard, and after the separation of Amber and Mr. Depp, Mr. Heard became very bitter towards Mr. Depp. During a phone call with Amber's father, Kilaki claims that the actress's dad said of his then son-in-law, "That effing piece of is too because I'm supposed to get 10% of the money, and without it, I can't produce the movie I was gonna make. And he is ruining my baby girl's career and blackballing her in Hollywood." Amber's father allegedly continued, "And when I get to him, I'm going to beat the out of him. And I'm from Texas. And men from Texas carry 45s, and Johnny is going to meet the end of his mind." When Kilaki suggested that David sounded like he was drunk, the latter replied, "Yeah, maybe I am, and I'm going to shove the whiskey bottle up your..." Kilaki said he strongly advised him to stop making death threats about Johnny and threats of violence against him. Her dad does have something on his record too. Baresi, a Hollywood fixer, revealed that David, a self-proclaimed animal lover, was once arrested and convicted for animal cruelty after he orchestrated a torturous pit bull ring in Texas in the 1980s. A record of the criminal court filings was obtained by Radar Online from Millen County, Texas. They prove that David ran an animal abuse ring involving no less than 7 pit bulls on his property of 10 acres of land. David pleaded guilty and was jailed for 15 days on the charge of cruelty to animals after he pleaded no contest, which is similar to a guilty plea but is not the official admission of guilt. Interestingly, Depp was the one who was portrayed to be an animal abuser in his case against The Sun newspaper that labeled him a wife beater in an article published in April 2018. The 58-year-old actor sued news group newspapers NGN, which is the publisher of The Sun, after one of their articles accused him of being violent towards Heard. He ultimately lost the case. In that case, one of the more disturbing allegations was that Depp dangled a dog out of a moving car while traveling with Amber. "When you were in the car, you were smoking and you opened the window and you were angry and you were aggressive," The Sun's lawyer, Sasha Was QC, said as he questioned Depp on the witness stand, who replied that he was not in that mode at all. At first, though, he seemed to be against her. David Heard said that his daughter should never hit you or call you another name, and same goes for you. And if that were the case, you guys could be happy together for the rest of your lives. The patriarch went on to state in the lengthy message that his daughter is not blameless. "And I know that, but she's my kid, and I love her unconditionally." Yet he wasn't very supportive. However, Amber Heard brought another piece of evidence to light during her first tell-all interview since the Johnny Depp trial, as she unearthed her text messages to her dad. During her interview with Dateline's Savannah Guthrie, aired on June 17th, the Aquaman's actor's legal team presented multiple messages to NBC reporters. In one of the text messages to her dad, Heard detailed getting abused by her former husband in 2014. "I kept not fighting back. He literally kicked me and called me an expletive in front of everyone on the plane. It's humiliating," the message read. Guthrie revealed that the judge in the trial said that the message was deemed inadmissible in court. Moreover, Heard also claimed that her therapist kept years of notes dating back to 2011 that detail her getting abused throughout this time. Her notes represented years of real-time explanations of what was going on, she said during the interview, and yet her therapist did not present any of these alleged notes. Maybe this is what made her dad change his mind. Amber Heard's father reportedly threatened to shoot Johnny Depp as he continued to sue his ex-wife for $50 million. Depp argues it was strongly inferred he was the perpetrator, even though he wasn't mentioned in the article, while Heard was also trying to get the suit dismissed. Included in his evidence submissions is a declaration from a man who worked on both of their cars, who told how the Aquaman star became abusive towards him, and alleged her dad made death threats towards the 56-year-old actor in a phone call. David Kalaki said he did his best to not get involved in the dispute between the two. He said, "Her first reaction was to verbally abuse me with expletives, threats, and a continued rant over what she claimed was an unfortunate financial downturn of her personal finances caused by Mr. Depp. At one point she said, you screwed me. The final phone conversation I had with her was very unpleasant for me. I had had enough of the verbal abuse and threats and decided to no longer respond to the attempted text and phone calls from Miss Heard." Kilaki then claimed calls from Amber's bitter father, David Heard, became threatening. He continued, "During the attempt to facilitate the repairs, modifications, and additions to the Mustang, I received many text messages and phone calls from Amber's father, Mr. David Heard, after the separation of Amber and Mr. Depp. Mr. Heard became very bitter towards Mr. Depp. He alleged David told him on the phone, 'That piece of is me too, because I'm supposed to get 10% of the money, and without it, I can't produce the movie I was gonna make. He is ruining my baby girl's career and blackballing her in Hollywood. And when I get to him, I'm going to beat the out of him.'" The Fantastic Beasts Crimes of Grindelwald actor's lawyer claimed Kilaki's statement proved Amber is only looking for money. Adam Waldman said, "Mr. Kilaki's chilling first-hand experience with Amber Heard and her family exposes the motive behind Amber Heard's abuse hoax: money. Money is why Amber Heard moved her sisters and 4 other co-conspirators into Johnny Depp's multi-million-dollar penthouses rent-free. Money is why Amber Heard chopped Mr. Depp's finger off with a thrown vodka bottle the day his attorneys asked her to sign a postnuptial agreement." That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on any future content we'll produce for you guys. We're signing off now, but we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.